Hey Pisces, welcome to your weekly forecast for October 11 through 17. We're going to come connect here and we're going to see what's coming up for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising in the week ahead. If you happen to fall upon this video outside of the dates I just mentioned, don't you worry, my darlings. You found it when you were meant to, when it was time to hear the messages in it. This is a general message for the collective, so not every single message will resonate. Take the ones that do, leave the ones that don't. Let's see what's going on for you guys, my darlings. One more shuffle here. Okay, one more. I feel like we need one more good shuffle. There we go. That feels good. That feels right. Okay, Pisces. What is going on for you guys? First card coming up here is the King of Cups. This is that beautiful water sign energy, and this could be you, Pisces, stepping into the masculine aspect of water sign energy. So this could also be another person coming into the situation, influencing the person, a fellow water sign. So that would be Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. Now, traditionally speaking, people see King of Cups and they get used to watching all the love videos that are out there, and they're used to looking at tarot specifically for love and romance. So King of Cups gets typecast as like, oh, marriage, husband, and that is one of the meanings of the cards, don't get me wrong. But in the weekly forecast, we try to focus on everything other than love and romance in the weekly readings. Love readings are linked in the description if you want a more detailed love and romance reading. This can be, though, like meaning that you're maybe focusing, if you are married, if you have a husband, you might be focusing on something happening with the husband, or his situation may be influencing decisions that you're making right now. However, when I talked about balancing or being in the masculine side of water sign energy, sometimes I see the King of Cups come up when you're coming into this time in your life when you're really having to balance your generosity. Okay, one of the things about Pisces, you guys really love for things to be peaceful. You guys have very big hearts. You're very loving. You're very naturally empathetic. You're able to put yourself in other people's shoes. You have a soft spot in your heart, right? Like you can be a bit of a softie. But when the King of Cups comes up, it's like, it's this balanced generosity. Because the King of Cups can be very generous, but at the same time, he's nobody's fool. He's not going to be taken advantage of. And so maybe Pisces, that's something you guys have been struggling with, is that like you kind of feel bad for people. You want to help them. And when I talk about generosity, it's not only money, it's your time, it's your energy. You know, you might have people coming to you and crying to you about what's going on in their life, and you're trying to be there for them, but at the same time, you're just barely feeling like you can keep afloat with your own stuff, and now they're coming to you and they're like talking to you about this and that, and you may be feeling very overwhelmed. So sometimes I see the King of Cups come up like you're learning to have that balance, and you're learning to have boundaries, right? Because King of Cups always makes me think of like, for example, if we look at him as a father, he could be a very successful person financially. He might have a lot of material things that he's able to offer his children. His, older children might come to him and say, Dad, please, please, please let me borrow the car this weekend. You know, I want to go out with my friends. I have a date, whatever. He's going to say, okay, sure, my child. You can definitely borrow my car. But I need to make sure all the chores are done. I need to make sure that you're going to have the car nice and clean when you return it to me. And I need to know that you're going to put gas. You're going to pay for your own gas, right? Like you're going to have that responsibility. You're going to take good care of it, right? So there's an expectation, or like it's kind of understood. I'll be generous to you. I'll do something nice for you. But at the same time, these are the rules of the situation, right? Like these are the expectations. This is what you need to do so that I am comfortable enough to be generous with you. And so Pisces, you may be finding that you're starting to find your voice and being able to set better boundaries with people, right? Or about like what your expectations are, right? It could be just as simple as like, I'm not available at this particular time, or I can't be getting messages back to back while I'm at work or while I'm working, you know, or you know, you might even be, some of you might find yourself in a situation, and this is not going to be all of you. This is going to be those of you who are like maybe just really fed up or really drained. I feel, Pisces, that some of you are very drained because you have somebody coming to you with the same thing over and over and over again. And you have felt bad for them, and you try to be sympathetic, and you try to give them advice, and they don't take your advice. They don't listen to anything that you said. They just keep doing what they do, and then they keep coming to you and they keep crying about the results, right? And you're just like, oh my gosh, right? And you maybe you even told this person, Pisces, where you were like, look, if you keep doing the same thing, you're going to get the same results. So let's try something different. You may have even tried to break it down for them in that way, but yet they just still want to, you know, continue on that path. And so some of you might be telling the person, look, I love you. I care about you. I want to be there for you. But this same situation, we're going in circles. So I can't talk about it anymore until you're ready to do A, B, and C, or until you're ready to do, you know, take this step towards it or that step towards it. I can't talk about it anymore. I can't be involved with that situation anymore. Some of you might be putting some kind of boundary down in that way. If you are married or living with someone, I feel, Pisces, some of you may have so much coming in from your personal life or from your family where maybe it's beginning to affect your relationship. And so some of you are having to put these boundaries with friends and family. Or maybe if it's not your relationship, maybe your work life. And you're just having to say, look, you can't be calling me at work, or you can't be, you know, doing this or doing that. So some of you are having to set boundaries with your generosity, whether it's your financial generosity or your time and your energy. Sometimes both. The next card coming up here for you, Pisces, is the Two of Cups. Now, again, this is typically seen as a romance card, a soulmate card, and it does definitely have that meaning. And as I said, some of you maybe are balancing what's going on in your life so that you're able to have, you know, more peace, more like easier flow in relationships. And the Two of Cups can be like soulmate, can be true love. And we are coming up next week on a full moon. But those of us who are moon sensitive, we may start picking up the energies a little bit early. And so maybe some of you are releasing some things that have been negatively affecting your love life. And that could be something that Pisces is going through right now, is like kind of upgrading the love life energy here, because Two of Cups is seen as love life. But outside of love life, like if we're not looking at love and romance, Two of Cups can be joyful experiences, fulfilling experiences with people who are, you know, soulmate energy. Not all soulmates are romantic. Some are romantic, some are not. And maybe, Pisces, some of you very specifically are having this turnaround where you're like, yeah, I want the happy love life, but I also want life outside of that. Like, I want my soul tribe. I want my clique. I want my crew. I want to know where my people are at. And so some of you might be manifesting a sense of soul family, and specifically relationships and friendships with people who are bringing something to the table. Because the thing about the Two of Cups, it's giver meets giver. It's two people that are both equally invested in keeping things going and keeping things on a good level, right? Each person is thinking, how can I make my friend or how can I make my partner happy? What can I do for this person? What might they need? And I think that's what a lot of you are wanting, Pisces, is just somebody who's going to call you or text you, like, just to see how you're doing, instead of like, my life is on fire, come help me, you know? And so I feel like you're just wanting people who care about how you feel, you know, even on a friendship level, or even like within relatives. You're like, what about me? I'm a person too. I have feelings too. I'm going through my own stuff here, people. And so I feel like some of you are beginning to manifest relationships that are a little bit more balanced, a little bit more fair, What does Pisces need? What can I do for Pisces? How can I help Pisces? And so that is something that some of you are calling in, or you're already beginning to see a more positive shift. As you're laying down these boundaries and your generosity, it's becoming very clear to you who's stepping up, who's making changes. Maybe they weren't very self-aware. You brought it to their attention very kindly, very lovingly, and they're like, you know what? Yeah, Pisces is really there for me a lot, and I need to be there for Pisces, right? I've been a little bit self-centered, or I've been, a little bit busy, and I need to check on Pisces more, and, I need to remember that, Pisces has a life too, so you will see certain people start turning around for the better. And I do feel, Pisces, that some of you are beginning to have people check up on you more, and that is something that you're manifesting as you're healing, as your heart chakra is opening up, as you're coming into your worthiness. You're beginning to see and you're beginning to notice that people care about your feelings more. You may even have it in work situations or scenarios where your boss or supervisor is like, hey, Pisces, how are you doing? Are you feeling a little bit overwhelmed? Is there anything you want me to look at with you? Are you having a hard time with anything? Is there anything that's not making sense? You may even feel like you're getting more supportive energy from work situations as well. So go you, and good for you. Your next card here is the Ace of Cups. Wow. So we have all this water energy. Look at how much water energy there is here. It's all water energy so far. Ace of Cups is, again, a card that people can see as like, soulmates and true love. But other meanings of Ace of Cups, it can be a positive resolution to a conflict, like kind of like getting a fresh start, getting a clean start, being able to put the past behind you and move forward in a connection, relationship, friendship. Ace of Cups can be a new home, right? But like the kind of new home that you feel very comfortable there. You feel very fulfilled there, right? It actually feels like a home, like the difference between a house and a home. And it could be an apartment. It could be a studio. Don't get me wrong. It could be a condominium. It doesn't have to be a house. But the thing about it is that it's feeling like home. It's a place where you really are enjoying to be there. I feel some of you, Pisces, have had this weird cycle or weird pattern where you kept finding yourself with really obnoxious neighbors, or like neighbors that were making your life very difficult. Maybe they were very loud or noisy. Maybe they were having a lot of drama. Maybe they didn't make you feel safe. Whatever the case, I feel like some of you like have had these cycles where you just want peace, but the outside circumstances kept coming into your home environment where you're like, oh my gosh, like I can't get any quiet. I can't get any peace. They're always in my business. They're this, they're that. And so I feel some of you might be moving or manifesting a move, or maybe you're even manifesting that these neighbors are moving and leaving. But I feel like there's this sense like you're finally in this place where you're like, okay, like I'm in a good spot, good neighbors. It's nice and comfortable. I can relax here. I can unwind here. I feel at home here. So I feel a sense of like claiming your physical space and doing it in a way that you want it done. Like maybe you're getting rid of clutter. Maybe you're working within your budget to bring things into your home that look very pretty to you, or like put you like in a good mood. Ace of Cups can also be, for me, it's a very special card in my readings. Because one of the things I've noticed over the years reading for people, Ace of Cups seems to come up when like you're done with a karmic cycle where you kept having the same thing happening to you again and again and again. And you're just like, how many times am I going to work for the same jerk? Or how many times am I going to have fake backstabbing friends? Or how many times am I going to move and have these really obnoxious people that just won't let me have any peace in my life, right? And so whatever it might be, just the same thing happening again and again and again. Ace of Cups comes up when our eyes are open and we realize and we see how we got in that situation. Like what the red flags are, what we should have looked out for. And so we're like, you know what, universe? I've learned my lesson. I'm sick and tired of being unhappy. I'm sick and tired of this kind of situation. Life is too short. I don't have time for it. I want to be happy. The next time I see something like this, I know what the signs are, and I'm going the other way. I'm not entertaining it even for a second. I'm sick of this. I want to be happy. Universe says awesome. Pisces is awake now. Pisces no longer needs these little pokes to wake Pisces up. Now that Pisces is awake, Pisces is ready to learn their lessons through support, friendship, true love, accomplishment, success, laughter, creativity, all of the positive things, right? It's like if you were a kid and you were in school and there's the mean teacher that nobody can stand, that makes everybody miserable and they hate going to school, and then there's the fun teacher who makes learning really fun and enjoyable. It's like you're getting to switch to the fun class. You're getting to switch to where now you can learn in a way that feels good, in a way that like you're excited about learning, and you're excited to see what's next in life. So there's a big shift happening here, Pisces. A big shift, right? A lot of you have been working really hard for a very long time to get into this energy. So celebrate your victories right now. Even if they seem very small, they're a beginning to much better energy coming your way and much happier experiences. Now, your next card, my darlings, is the Ace of Swords. Now, finally, we got something here other than water, right? And I'm happy. I'm very happy to see Ace of Swords, because the swords are going to be about logic. They're going to be about the thought process. So you have all of this emotional energy, but the Ace of Swords is telling us that you're still within your reason. You're coming into your reason. You're not getting too overwhelmed by emotion, and that's good. Ace of Swords can be something being revealed or presented to you. Somebody could be coming to you with facts of a situation because they're wanting you to make a decision, and they're just laying it out all out on the table. Like, here it is. Here's what's going on. Do you want in on this? Do you not want in on this? This could be a chance for some of you to transfer to a different department or do something different in your work environment. In your personal relationships, it could be somebody who maybe they're going through some changes in their life, and they want to get together with you, and they feel like maybe you guys can help each other through the transition. Maybe they're like looking for a roommate, or maybe they're wanting to do something in terms of some kind of investment. You may have somebody coming to you and presenting to you like, here's the facts of the situation. Here's what's going on. Is this something you'd be interested in getting involved in with me? Now, the Ace of Swords for me also in my readings, much like the Ace of Cups, has a special meaning for me. I see the Ace of Swords come up a lot of the times when your crown chakra is clearing. Your crown chakra is where you're going to be processing thoughts, emotions, ideas. And so, well, I shouldn't say emotions, but processing the thoughts that maybe affect the way that you feel. Because a lot of the times our feelings, we don't realize this, our feelings start in our brain and how we're perceiving a situation or how we're perceiving ourselves in the situation. And that begins to influence how we start to feel about the situation. So Ace of Swords is going to be a clearing in the crown chakra where you're getting rid of like false beliefs, negative thought patterns, limited thinking that has kept you stunted or stifled in your life and in your progress. Ace of Swords is like all of that's getting cleared out, and now you're seeing solutions where once you saw problems, you may even find that you're becoming a more effective communicator. And some of you feel like, oh my gosh, I finally have a backbone. And I don't think it was that you didn't have a backbone. I just feel that it was kind of challenging to find a way to balance it, to do it in a way where you still felt like you were beautiful, loving, high vibe, understanding Pisces, but also, not looking to get stepped all over or walked all over. And so I feel like a lot of you are finding a balance in the way that you communicate. You're feeling like you're becoming a better communicator, and I feel like your words are coming to you easier. Like you feel like, wow, like I don't have to struggle as much. Like the words are just flowing very easily. Some of you are also coming out of a period of Those of you who are more creative, like if you do creative work or if you've been working on creative projects, you may have kind of hit a wall, so to speak, where maybe you had writer's block if you're a writer, or you were having a really hard time figuring out what was missing in your work and how you were trying to convey what you were trying to present visually or artistically in something you were working at. And I feel like that's getting completely and totally cleared. You're coming into this clear, efficient energy. You're finding easier ways to do things and ways to work smarter, not harder. Check out your moon sign and your rising sign videos if you haven't already. Some weeks those might resonate for you more. As I said, if you want love and romance, that's linked in the description. If you would like a private reading with me, you can do so by going to calendly.com/amethystangelite and scheduling a private reading with me there. The link to schedule readings with me is in the description. Some of you have been very kind and have emailed and said that you want to send a tip or a donation for the YouTube videos. I have a link for that in the description as well if you feel like you want to do that. No pressure, no obligation, but people have been asking me, so there's a link for anybody who wants to send like a donation. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I'll see you all next week, my dears. Take care.